We are saying we are not xenophobic. What we want is our country back. That's all. We respect people. We respect other people. We respect the world. We just want peace in our country. We want people who respect our country. We want people who will respect our laws. We want people who will respect us as the citizens of this country. We want people we can respect. That's all we want.
My name is Nkosi Khona. I'm popularly known as Uphakela Umthakathi. I'm the regiment's leader for the KwaZulu-Natal, mainly in the north of KwaZulu-Natal, in KwaNongoma. Ngingumfana nje okhulele emakhaya. I have so much respect for everyone. I respect every person coming from different countries. But I was also taught to be a man, Mr. Ambassador. I was taught to be a man. I was thoroughly taught to be a man. I know what is a man, and that's what I stand for. The reason why I'm sitting before you now, firstly, the reason why we are sitting down, this is a sign of peace in Zulu culture. When you are talking to elders, you must sit down. When you're talking to people that you respect and you want them to listen, you always sit down. First, we want to address the xenophobia thing that is perpetrated in the social media, that Zulus are tribalistic and also we are xenophobic. We are not xenophobic, sir. If now that the police are here, are present, I would want us, if we had time, I would ask us to go to Sunnyside. If you say South Africans are xenophobic, I would ask you now here in Pretoria, I will ask you, Mr. Ambassador, to go with me, with the police, to Sunnyside right now. I will point out a building that some of your people are staying there. They are selling drugs, they're forcing our kids to do prostitution, they are extorting money from South Africa and sending it in their countries. Now, let's say we were xenophobic. This ambassador house wouldn't be here. Let's say we were xenophobic. You would not be here in South Africa. No, so let us do away with this question of xenophobia. Let us face the reality. Let us go to Hillbrow in Gauteng. Go and see there the sons and daughters of South African men, prominent men, police officers, principals, lawyers, nurses, and everyone. They are hobos. They are paras. They are called paras here. That is not xenophobia. Every man that was taught to be a man in their country, they would feel pain for that. Because you see a same boy that is the same age as your son. He's in drugs because of an illegal foreigner. Not all of them. But we are saying as South Africans, let us sort out our borders, because the problem starts with the Home Affairs. Now, if you are going to address Home Affairs will give you technical answers and tick a box and give you formality speeches and all that nonsense. That's why we are in the street, Mr. Man. And now the biggest problem why we are here now today is because on Sunday or Saturday?
Yeah, Sunday. I was there. 17 May.
The Somalis had a gathering, and in their post they put a coat of arms, which is treason to use that, because you are sending the wrong message to other countries. You are actually telling the other countries that you have taken over the country. You are telling your brothers in Somali that South Africa belongs to you now, because you are using the coat of arms. We are not even supposed to play with that thing. It is a national symbol. It is a sacred national symbol. But your brothers, Mr. Ambassador, used it.
I'm sure even our police are surprised because they don't have a knowledge of what Uphakela Umthakathi is explaining to the ambassador. Even some of our politicians are not aware, because if they knew that this is treason, this is illegal, to put a government emblem in whatever, especially by a foreigner, they wouldn't have allowed these foreigners to do that.
And these guys in that meeting, they discussed my name. They said I'm supposed to be killed because I came up with the date, the 30 June 2026 to say all foreigners, Mr. Ambassador, all illegal foreigners and foreigners must come out of the country. We want to help the government, South African government, because we are voting for them. We are paying tax. We want to help them sort out the borders, home affairs, immigration, customs, and the policing system and border patrol. That is all we want to do. We are not saying, we have never said we are going to kill anyone. Since we started this march 1 year, 6 months ago, we've never killed anyone. We've never hit anyone. We are marching and showing the government that, government, please listen to us. We have problems in townships. We don't stay in areas like this. Somebody was killed yesterday in my village. Up until now, the police have not come to that house because there are no resources in the police station. But we are saying peacefully we are coming to see the Mr. Ambassador. We got 200 police. That means police are here in South Africa. They are here. They are available. But they are not available for, I'm sorry police, I'm very good friends with you, peace officers. I'm very good friends with police. I love police. But I have to say this. All of a sudden, there's enough police in Pretoria. When there is no, right now as we speak, if we stand up here, I'm saying let's stand up here and go to Sunnyside right now. I will point a building and I will tell you there's prostitution and drugs and illegal immigrants in this building. But trust me, this whole year is gonna go without anything being done. But the police are available. Who orders the police to come to our marches and try and stop us from what we are doing? Who orders them? Who doesn't order the police to go and investigate that a boy in Soweto has been killed by Somalis and Pakistanis because of the tuck shop? Why are they not investigating that? Why for the whole year nobody's been arrested for that, but the boy passed away, a South African, killed because Somalis and Pakistanis once a tuck shop or a spaza shop. So we are saying we are very peaceful. We are very peaceful and we will continue to be peaceful. But we will still achieve the same results that we want to achieve for this country. We are going to make sure that, Mr. Ambassador, all the Somalis that are not here in South Africa legally, please, Mr. Ambassador, deport them, find them and deport them. All the people from Somalia that are committing crimes in South Africa, help the police, find them, hand them over to the police, let them be arrested and be deported. Because why all of a sudden everybody is available for this one? When our people are suffering that side, nobody is available. That's why we are availing ourselves. We are going to continue to be peaceful. We will never attack any Somali, but Somalis must respect us. If you marry a girl, if you have a girlfriend here in South Africa, Mr. Ambassador, you go and introduce yourself to your parents. And you don't go out with an underage girl. There's shops, your Somali guys that are owning shops, they are sleeping with young girls. You find young girls standing there in the doors sucking stick sweets because they are giving them stick sweets as a token of appreciation that they had sex with them. We can't have that in South Africa. We can't be diplomatic about anything right now. We don't want long speeches anymore. We want action and we want our country back. And you as ambassadors, you must please help us. We are sitting down because it's a sign of peace. We are sitting down because we respect you. We can stand up, sir. I want this to go on record. We can stand up. The reason why we did not mobilize enough people to come here is because we are showing you that we are not fighting. We have 5,000 people ready to storm this embassy. We have 5,000 people ready. Police can't contain us. The police, they don't have resources and they don't have manpower to contain South Africans. We are quiet because we respect these men and women that are working for our government. We respect you as an ambassador. Please tell your people to respect us. And please, all illegal Somalis that are here in the country, we will visit all embassies. It is your job. Take them out of the country, send them back home because they are wasting time. Otherwise, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? If you can't contain your own people, what are you doing here? Why is this embassy? South Africa is not xenophobic. South Africa is not tribalistic. We have allowed people to come to this country. They've been here for more than 25 years. If we wanted to do anything bad to them, we would have done it long time ago. So up until now, we haven't done anything. We just want our country back. Siyabonga.
South Africa is not xenophobic. South Africans are not xenophobic. And Zulus are not tribalistic. We love people. That is why we are trying our best as Zulu Nation to unite all tribes of South Africa. And we will achieve that. Because all these tribes in South Africa are very happy about that. We love each other. We want to be together. But the government is not happy about that because they are fearful. They are scared that we will come against them as one. They are very happy if we are divided. They are very happy if we don't like each other because it is going to be a threat to them as the government. We will not allow that. Xhosa, Venda, Zulu, Shangani, South Africa, Tsonga, whoever that is a tribe in South Africa, Tswana, Sotho, Ndebele, we are one. We are coming together and fight for our country. Those who are unpatriotic, we are not blaming them. It's their choice. It's not their fault that they chose to be unpatriotic. They chose not to love their country. They chose to give their country to people they don't know. We are not forcing them to join us, but us as patriotic South Africans, as different tribes of this country, we will come together and fight for our country, and we will achieve that. As Eastern Cape is doing, Mpumalanga is doing, Northwest is doing, KZN is doing. Everyone is up now for this country. This is our beloved country. We cannot allow anyone to take it away from us. Thank you, guys. Love you.